You're watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone, welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Got a comparison video for you today. I'm going to take a look at two folding knives with lockbacks from two different companies that appear to be the same kind of knife. In fact, I would say they're probably made in the same factory. Pretty much positive of that. So let's take a peek. So what we've got here is the Rough Ryder, model number 1708. They're calling this their Blackwood folding knife. And comes with a wood handle. It's 4 inches in length. And then we've got this model in a plain box from Watchman. Now this is available on Amazon. It's the only place I've seen it available. But it's the Watchman WM001. So you see it's just kind of a plain box. Got some Chinese letters on it. I mean, these probably just come straight out of a factory in China. I don't think there's any kind of distribution from a brand. If there is, the Watchman brand, I haven't been able to find this knife on any of the websites that claim to be Watchman knives. One interesting thing, though the box says this is model number WM001, the blade itself has a etching that says W001, so I'm guessing that they just abbreviated Watchman in a different way for the box and the blade. I don't know what other explanation there would be for that. Now if you look at this knife, it's got the Rough Ryder tang stamp on it, and this one actually does have the Y on it, so I don't think it's been retired for long from their website. Maybe they'll even bring it back, I'm not sure. But you can see how similar these two knives are, simply different types of wood, perhaps maybe the same wood with a different stain, I'm not sure, but they're identical in shape, both in blade and handle and frame, and the action on the lock, everything seems to be pretty much the same. Quality of the blade wiggles probably even a little better on this Watchman. There's a little bit of blade wiggle, not much, just enough to notice it. But the price of the knives were almost identical once they're shipped. This was $12 when I bought it on Amazon just like last week, and this one was about $6.50 roughly, with $5 shipping from Chicago Knife Works. It works out to be about $12 too. So almost identical in price. Now this one just went up in price to $15 in the last day or two. So if you take a look at the website on Amazon and check this knife out, then you'll see that the price has gone up. Now another difference between the two is the blade steel used on this one is 7CR17 mauve, while the Rough Ryder uses 420A stainless. So you have that difference. They both got brass pins, and the centering on the blades are really good on this one. Kind of a little bit of a left turn, but that's completely normal, no rubbing or anything. And this one, it's got stainless spacers instead of the brass. So one of the few differences there. Maybe you pay more for brass, so maybe you get a little more for your money here. But outside of that, look at the spines and you look at the reverse spacing, seems to be pretty well the same. The centering, they're both off a little bit at each end, but there's no rubbing. And that's completely normal, and I say acceptable type of centering. I'm not going to fret over that at all. But there's a nice snap to both of them, and they both appear to be really sharp blades. One minor difference that I've noticed in the blades is that the Rough Ryder has a more acute angle on the sharpening edge, where they've taken less metal from the blade and this is a more gradual edge, maybe just by like, you know, 1/4 of a millimeter, but yeah, that appears to be just slightly sharper than the Rough Ryder. They don't seem to have any differences in their cutting ability though. I have no problem cutting cardboard with either one of them. But I think this one is just slightly sharper out of the box. So I'll have to give the edge to the Watchman for that. But really good value knives. That 4-inch size is just sort of ideal for a pocket carry. They're lightweight, 65 grams I think each of them. So they're not bulky or heavy into the pocket, and it's going to make for a great work knife for me. And I just wanted to kind of compare the two to see if there was any differences, because basically all I had to do was look at the photos and see that they were pretty much the same. But again, just the blade steel being the major difference. But this one seems to have a little bit of an edge on the sharpening out of the box. Not that this couldn't be stropped or made to be a little sharper, but just a little different edge to them. Now obviously both of these have this little raised spot here on the tang, so that may be a problem for some that want to put their blade tip up when they put it in their pocket. But I generally just put it whatever way it'll fit without it catching on anything, and it takes care of itself. Or you can obviously just put these in a slip or a little sheath, belt sheath. So that pretty much does it for this review. I just I feel like these are really good economy knives for a basic carry, and any beginner would probably do well to have something like this to start out with. Got this nice handle shape like a sod buster, but then you have the benefit of the lock. So Watchman W001 or WM001, whichever you prefer, and then the Rough Ryder is the model number RR1708. Blackwood folding knife, both about the same price, so just kind of take your pick. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when videos drop, and you guys have a good day. Take care.